Starting next year, in school, every school district in Ohio will have to screen their youngest students for dyslexia. It's a first for the state of Ohio.
That's a big deal, too. In tonight's education station, January Keaton shows us why it is so important to catch the disorder as early as possible.
In the 2022-23 school year, all Ohio students in kindergarten through third grade will be required to take a dyslexia screening test. It's part of Governor DeWine's HB 436 dyslexia law to help identify the disorder in the youngest among us.
The earlier the intervention, the better for students, so that's a good thing.
Dyslexia is a neuro-cognitive disorder that affects a person's ability to speak, read, spell, and appreciate the individual sounds and nuances of spoken language. It's on a spectrum from mild to severe and is largely genetic.
My son, he's in 6th grade and he's 12. My daughter is in 4th grade and she is 9.
Both of Sarah Lawlor's children and her husband are dyslexic. Her children were screened very young and were given solid education plans tailored to fit their needs. She supports the mandatory dyslexia screenings.
I think it's wonderful. I think anytime that dyslexia is brought up in the schools is a positive thing. If I had known about it, we could have gone through 1st, 2nd grade, not really realizing why my kids weren't learning.
For the past 6 months, the Department of Education has been putting the finishing touches on the Ohio Dyslexia Guidebook to give school districts the best practices for screening students for dyslexia. Many students suffering academically may not know they're actually dyslexic.
They're feeling lesser than. They're feeling they are not completing the tasks just as well as the student next to them, and they're overwhelmed and they're feeling educationally defeated.
20% of the U.S. population has dyslexia, which is the most common of all neuro-cognitive disorders. About 80 to 90% of all Americans with learning disabilities are dyslexic, making early screening and intervention that much more vital to long-term success.
You would be surprised. Some of the greatest entrepreneurs of the past and currently are known to be dyslexics.
January Keaton, 3 News.
Well, the grade K through third grade mandatory dyslexia screening will only affect the 2022-23 school year, so next year. Every school year after that, only kindergartners will be required to screen for dyslexia.
However, any 1st through 6th graders at increased risks or those who may be showing signs of dyslexia can be screened at any time at the request of a parent.
The big thing is there's help, there's coaching,
Yes.
there's tutoring. It can be fixed, and oh my gosh, it makes life so much better once it is fixed. And
Yeah.
you at least know a problem. As a parent, so many times
Yeah.
you see your kids struggling and you just can't identify it, and then it's like, all right, now we
That's
know
why
what
this
to
is
do.
so important.
Absolutely.
Find out early.